What's going on YouTube? I am collecting madness. There's always madness in love, and we love collecting. Now, before we get into any of the video unboxings or the intro or anything like that, I do want to mention this giveaway. So before the video starts, first, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for 1,000 subs. I've really enjoyed the journey. Love talking with you guys down in the comments down below. You're engaging. Always love the continued support, and I will always be grateful. I do plan to do another giveaway sometime in the near future, being a bigger prize since this is such a big milestone, but short notice since we just hit it, I figured this is the perfect time to give this away. It is Black Series. It is the Trapper Wolf helmet, and it is brand new sealed, so it is open to everybody. I will say if you are international, you will have to pay for shipping, but everybody else in the US, good news, it's completely on me. So anybody can enter, and you're probably wondering, how do you enter? All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like this video, and then comment underneath when you're done, and you can say congrats on 1K. You can say your video sucks. I don't recommend it, but you can say whatever you want. Even as far as saying you're done commenting and you just want to enter the giveaway. Whatever you choose, I'm there to support you, just if you've been there to support me. So thank you so much again. Enjoy the video, guys, and I'll catch you later. I forgot to mention the winner will be announced in 2 weeks. That's October 14th. Mark your calendars, 2 weeks, and good luck to everybody who enters. Like I said, guys, we are going to jump straight in today's video. So if you're as mad as I am about collecting, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and while you're down there, hit the like button as well. We're on our way to 1,028. That is my goal for the end of the year. I do want to say again, thank you for 1,000 subs. Let's keep it pushing, guys. But without further ado, let's open her up. So I can't tell you guys how excited I am about this one, and if you haven't noticed, it is Kate Bishop from the Marvel show Hawkeye. I was super excited for this one. I know some people are mad that Hawkeye himself, Clint, wasn't included like in the set, or they didn't announce him. However, I'm still unbelievably happy because, as you guys know, I am a massive Hailee Steinfeld fan, and we'll dive more into that as we go over. But starting with this box, it is a very vibrant purple. A whole bunch of different purple shades there. You got a glossy texture and matte finish. Kate Bishop there on the side, her TMS number, as well as the 1/6 scale collectible logo there. Hot Toys logos and legal stuff, you know, all that boring stuff. We kind of want to see what she looks like. So in typical Marvel fashion, you do have the window where she is housed in the clamshell. So I'm super excited to open this up. So on the side of this, you do have Kate Bishop, and then on the back, you have Clint, the dog. I forget the dog's name, and Kate Bishop. My bad, I flipped them. Clint, Kate Bishop. His name might be Happy or something like that, but I know he was like a pizza dog. Kind of wish that came with her, but hey, it is what it is. I'd rather have her than the dog anyway. So as I've stated before on Connor's channel, aka Hot Toys Hotline, you guys know, if you've crossed over from there, that I'm a massive Hailee Steinfeld. And if you haven't heard me say it, well, I'll say it again. I'm a massive Hailee Steinfeld fan. And so that was one of the reasons I picked this figure up. I did like her in the TV show. I liked her in Bumblebee. I actually like her music as well. And right off the bat, guys... Oh, they got two things here, so we're not going to get to see this head sculpt yet. I could see it a little bit through, and her likeness is definitely there, but we will talk about that more later. Feels solid, so I know it's going to be a sturdy figure, but let's get all her stuff out, and then we'll take a look at her after. So this is literally everything that comes with Kate Bishop. As I always say, figures basically come with everything that they need. Starting off with their base, they always need the base. You got a silhouette of Kate Bishop there herself, some gloss targeting there, Hawkeye, Marvel Studios, and then her name, Kate Bishop, on the front. And I always gripe, I wish they were metal nameplates to stick with Star Wars, but nonetheless, I do like that at least their name is on their display base. Next, you get some hands. You get some arrow gripping hands here. You get the left and the right to grip the arrows. You also get some open kind of gripping palm hands, and then you get some closed fisted hands. Now, for some reason to me, like, they do look good, but the black is a little bit more glossy than the purple, and I'm not entirely sold on the sculpting of the fingers here. Like, the nail maybe just isn't quite there, like a buffer for female, but still gets the job done. And I probably won't be using the fisted. I'll be using arrow hands anyway, but they do kind of look similar. They do have some wrinkling texture, so I'll give them that, but they're not the best looking gloves that I've seen. However, I still do like these just because there is some detail in there. Like, maybe these were a softer texture and the black is a leather pattern. I could see that because there looks to be some stitch work in these, but yeah, just basic hands. And then what would Kate Bishop be without her arrows? And she does get 3 silver tip arrows and 3 special arrows, but just because the silver ones are plain and not special arrows doesn't mean that they don't do different things. They do have different lengths and different points. So I thought that was really cool, as well as the special arrows, of course, do special things, and they are all painted in a nice silver metallic to look nice and sharp. So you have a blue one there. This, I believe, is the exploding tip arrow, and I thought this was really funny in the show, how badly she wanted to shoot the special arrows and finally got to. And then this green metallic looking one. So these are really, really cool, and like I said, you can tell the different tips on the end to know which ones are which. Something she also needs is her little bow and arrow case satchel thing to holster the arrows in. You got a little gold button there. This I actually thought was going to be fabric, so I'm a bit let down there, but it's still cool nonetheless. Worried if you're pulling arrows in and out, it may scuff, but it does look the part and get the job done for when you want to put the arrows in. And so basically, if you want to put the arrows inside the case here, what you'll notice, and it actually comes like this when you get the figure, is these arrows come like detached from each other. So you basically will just detach all the arrows, and then you can stick each individual one in there, and they'll sink further in to kind of give it that more uniform, complete look. And you could stick all 6 in there. If you end up putting the arrows with the arrows on, 1, they don't sit all the way down, but 2, it'll get extremely tight and some will stick out more than others. So please take off the tips so you don't scratch the paint up and stuff like that. That way they all fit uniform and flush in your case here. And then last but not least, we do have her bow and arrow, and this is also very nicely painted. Does a convincing effect of looking like a wood grain. It's got the color on the inside, some washes like of dirt and stuff. This is very, very forgiving. And it also pulls back on this piece, so it looks really, really realistic when you're drawing it back. And that's also good for when the figure is in those poses. This has a lot of slack for her to pull back on. The arrow will sit on top of there, as well as the grip for her hand. Looks nice, and then it's just matte black all the way around, which I don't really care for, but the rest of it looks good, and I'm still happy with this piece. Now bringing out Kate Bishop herself. First impressions, I think she looks awesome. However, I still have a few gripes. This doesn't really bug me. The ponytail, it does seem to be tight in there, and it's not going to fall off. There is a split from the bangs here, which from the back doesn't look that great. The texture in the hair, I think, could have been a lot more defined, especially with what we've seen with Hot Toys work. The front bang work, though, or bang work, is actually stunning, and I like how it drapes off the face, and you can see shadows on the sculpt. The painting of the eyes, paint is not a problem. I think the likeness here, though, is still a little bit off, but I think in person it's a lot better, and at certain angles I can definitely see her. I still feel she looks a little bit older, but nonetheless, like I said, I had to pick this up. I did want her represented in the collection somehow, but those are just my things, and maybe I could just be nitpicking. What I do love about the rest of the figure is the tailoring. She looks great. Like, I think it's a different body. It kind of looks in part to Haley. As far as the outfit goes, you got a shoulder pad here that is hard plastic. This is all sculpted plastic, so there is no pleather here. You won't have to worry about flaking. I'm super happy about that. Posing shouldn't be a problem because of this mixed media here. It's like fabric, like a suede soft touch, and then it's almost different here, but it's still fabric with that screen printing or layover there. Sculpted hands that she comes with. The pants are also a fabric. This holster is fabric. This feels like a little bit of pleather, so or even vinyl, like a spandex for a Spider-Man figure. And then the boots are completely sculpted and not pleather as well, and they do look pretty good. The zipper does miss a line, so it kind of gets rid of that look. If you guys know, I'm not a fan of the split cut boot, but it does give you more range for articulation, considering, you know, she is like one of those high flyer jumper, like acrobatic bow and arrow, like Eris and stuff. So that I could see why they did that. And you can see the zipper on the side wouldn't really match. It is sculpted, so it does really give a good look that it looks like a zipper. However, just me being a realism kind of goer when it comes to collecting, I would wish this was one single boot. But it is what it is. The tread does have tread. There is no dirt on it. And there's actually not that much weathering on her at all. So it doesn't even look like she's been through battle, except her face, because she does have that bandage, which is crazy because she went through a lot in that show. At the end, there's a lot of things I've said that I'm griping on with this figure, but I do love it at the end of the day. And it's just my opinion, and anybody out there who gets this figure will know what I'm talking about, or you can see for yourself. Squeaky joints here, but she does go up all the way. It doesn't feel ratcheted. Double bend in the elbow, which for females is uncommon, so that's super, super awesome considering she does have to pull back on those arrows. The abdomen does crunch, twist, pivot. Legs do pretty much what they can by doing the split without the seam being there. Double bend at the knee. I'm still not feeling ratchet, so that's worrisome, but overall it still feels solid and feels like a nice body. These little arrows are non-detachable. Like I said, there are detachable ones that come with the arrows. You could take them off, and this is I believe all sculpted as well on this little belt here on the back, and then the hair just moves out the way, and here is where you can attach the backpack part, and it's got two slits, and I guess you just lift this out the way and then slide it on there. Yep. And then her hair can sit over it, or it can turn to the, well, you guys just saw that on camera. So I thought this ball joint was going to be stronger than what it is, but it's not. It does just sit in there loosely, but you can move it out the way, and it does peg in there. So that's a bit disappointing, but keep that in mind, guys. If you decide to pick up this figure, know that it does that. Guys, just wrapping up on Kate Bishop, and I kind of hate to say it, unless you're a fan of archery or a fan of Haley Steinfeld, I actually don't think you should pick this figure up. There's a lot I think Hot Toys should work on. The ponytail ball joint is a pain to deal with. Mine falls off a little bit too easy, and I don't know about everybody else's. But once you get it there, I guess it is fine. the likeness isn't 100%. And that's coming from a guy who absolutely loves the show and loves the actress herself, like playing in these films. I just feel a little bit let down on the figure itself. Now, with that being said, there are some positives. I like the accessories it comes with. I think the tailoring is awesome. The paint apps are awesome. And the posability and everything you can do with her is awesome as well. I think this is one of those figures where if you buy her to be standalone, you might not be entirely happy. Now, if you guys have enjoyed this video and you've made it this far, like I said, you can enter that giveaway by commenting down below, and you must be subscribed. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. I will see you guys on the 14th, and I'll also see you guys in the next video. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.